Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Transformers Generations Selects. I think this is, G2 Ramjet. And first of all, he's purple. He's very purple and very, very teal. And yes, I know these are not, the things that he's supposed to have. And yes, I know the wings are supposed to be back like that, but I think that looks stupid, so I do like this because so with this guy I have done a wee bit of fan theorizing, fan making, whatever, fan fiction-y, whatever the crap, and there's a reason why he has these two giant thrusters on the side of his shoulders instead of his regular null rays. My own personal headcanon is this is Ramjet essentially right after, like, he was taken in by Unicron, given this color scheme, because I guess Unicron really likes purple, black, and teal color schemes. Ramjet then joins up with Shockwave to convince him to, join with Unicron, and Shockwave gives him these instead of the puny ass null rays, a weapon for a herald of the chaos bringer and such, which like I said in the Shockwave review, can also double as drones form. So we will actually take these off for now, and we will just talk about this gent right here. So for articulation wise, he is essentially just a Earthrise Seeker mold with a cone head. So head is kind of on a ball joint and can kind of look up, can't really look down. Decent amount of rotation. If you will move around, there we go. Arms are on hinges, so they can go straight out sideways, and he can say "Suck it, Magnus." Haven't done that in a while. Arms are on a hinge as well, so get about that far, and you can rotate the wrists as well. So he now has a square blaster. Pew pew. Or actually, if you do this and add and then add this in, him has square blaster that go boom. There. Be careful of that. Sorry, I just tipped my light. That kind of caused a thing. Up the skirt here. So his leg can go out about that far, back that far, thanks to the very stupid butt flap here that looks like it's supposed to be on a hinge, yet this entire thing is molded, so I don't know why. Knees are able to bend about that far, but you can kind of, sort of... Oh, no, actually, that's about as far as you got. That's about it for knees. And then for ankle articulation, they can go out about that far. So, decent enough. Not a fan of the cone heads. I'm just gonna say that right now. I have never really been that big a fan of the cone head design, because I like the Seeker mold, or I like the Seeker head. Something about it. I've just, like I said, I've just not been a fan of, the head design. The regular Seeker head design is pretty much very iconic. I know to differentiate the two. But I mean, you're essentially just adding in a cone where, a block would have sufficed. Just kind of see what they really changed. I mean, they did add some things to this mold, like the bigger thrusters here, the placement of the wings. But I mean, aside from that, I don't know. And also, I like having the wings on the back of the jet instead of on the feet, because regular transformation has you doing this, and that creates such this makes no sense in terms of stability or logic. I like folding them in like this, and that way you have That way it's kind of like, I guess, boots. You have like the, I guess the crosshairs effect from the movie, where you have like this bit of or vehicle mode just kind of wrapping around like a cloak. Here he is with that. And here he is with Armada. That is my joke name for this guy because of because he is quote Armada. Armada Cyclonus. Alright. I think that's pretty much. Yeah, this guy's gonna be a short review. There's not really a whole lot I want to I can't really say, because I've pretty much the Seeker view, the Seeker mold's pretty much been bashed at this point. Though there is a really there is a decent amount of color separation though. Like each color doesn't seem like it overwhelms everything else. Like your eyes are immediately drawn to the green or the teal, because these are pretty much the brightest colors, and then you kind of see like. The way I look at it is the arms show basically the color spectrum that you're looking at here. You're drawn to the green because it's so bright. Then you see the purple, and then it's just the black. It's the black that fully draws your attention. And that's really cool. It's the same here on the legs. The teal, and then you notice the purple, then the silver, just like on the feet, and then you notice the black here on the wings, and it just. And the reason I say, this guy's Unicron, because no real life jet is gonna be purple and teal and black. There's no way. And if there is, it's a bloody prop plane. Like an advertisement plane. There's, especially for a jet like this, which I think is like some type of really, really fast jet. I mean, yeah, it's a really fast bloody jet. I can't remember the name, but I think oh no, they just painted the nose cone here black instead of, so instead of it just being all purple, no, they painted this entire thing black. And that's really cool, actually. Yeah, it matches the actual cone head design. So if you want, you can flip it around and be like, oh, hey, he now has 2 cones, mate. He's got 2 cones. There we are. And, oh no, you actually have to write because the cone has to sit back. I won't lie, I find the fact that the whole reason why the fact that we got the cone heads is essentially because Hasbro originally was too lazy to just say, and then you flip down the nose cone on these guys for the second wave of Seekers. So what did we get? The cone heads, because they didn't want to just have like the cone fold down anymore. That's just kind of funny to me. Yeah, so that is basically it for robot mode. Alright, so let's get down to transformations, shall we? So, first thing you're going to want to do is, well, what I like to do is I like to just start by flipping up the head and opening up the chest. And then just kind of, you got to make, because these things are so tiny, you got to make sure that they are out of the way. And then you hinge the entire back section down. Flip out the entirety of the cockpit and flip it around like so. Flip the arms up like you're making it a square arm cannon. Then you want to flip out the arm like this and collapse it in like so. So you want the arm to basically look like a giant cube. You want that piece to fill it out. Rotate everything like so. So you want the fist facing in front of you. And just do the same over here. Collapse and eat. There we go. And then fold them inside. Collapse the entirety of the chest back in. There we go. There we go. fold down the front half. And hey, look, you're pretty much done. He is now a needle. Open up the knee pads, flip out the wings, and if you're doing my configuration, you got to watch out for some of these, because sometimes the amount of plastic on the one side is just too much and it gets caught. And then flip down the other thrusters here. Then you just want to collapse the entirety of the vehicle mode together, like so. And then you'll have the knee pads just go right over the crotch piece, and there you have Ramjet in vehicle mode. And I gotta say, this jet is awesome. I love the pure amount of wing that's on this guy, and they did a really good job separating it just by having the black plastic be the wing. That just kind of shows you that, yeah, the jet is only like that big. That's how big it is. The rest of it is just pure wing. Then you have these two giant thrusters here. That's really the only amount of teal that you get, aside from, the feet sticking out. And then you look at the side and you're like, oh, hey, that's a lot of teal down there. But up front, it is just pure purple and black. Just that two little pops of color there just to be sassy. And now, now for the fan mode version that I like doing, because it's me, I like taking the, quote, drones and placing them on the bottom wings here. Just rotating like so and like so. And then like so. And like so. And there we have him all like really heavily armored. It makes sense that he has like two giant extra thrusters along with these two and these four. And then because you have the arms here, he can also do strafing runs. Because Unicron, bitches. And I'm fan wanking here, but I really like, this is a total do what you want with it. This is how I like to have Ramjet when I have him in vehicle mode, just because the jet itself seems to me to be like a heavy strike jet. So it should have heavy weapons and then also be able to get in, do a good missile strike, or in this point, shoot a whole bunch of lasers and then get out using the thrusters. And that just seems to suit like my own, quote, headcanon here. Obviously, it's not like what the character is like, but that's just how I like to picture it. And I mean, hell, if you don't like it, you don't have to. It's just my idea, my own stupid personal opinion. Yours can be whatever you want, and it's still going to be awesome because it's gonna be yours. Who cares what anybody else thinks? This is just mine. And here he is next to a regular jet. And yes, I know Starscream's colors. Starscream makes more of a jet than this guy does. Makes more sense as a jet than this guy does. And like even Thundercracker and Skywarp, because a giant sky. I mean, no, actually, I guess a sky blue jet would make sense in, like, if you're flying above an ocean and also flying like below the sky, I guess. I mean, he makes sense, kinda. And I guess Skywarp is good for nighttime runs? Huh. It's just pretty bloody obvious when you have a giant black jet and a giant blue jet going beside what is essentially a regular friggin' F-15 with a wee bit of red and white and blue flare. So this guy's obviously American. He's fine. He really loves his country. That's just a joke, by the way. Please don't crucify me in the comments. Americans, I love you guys. You guys are funny. Yeah, you can just kind of see the detail, like the differences between the style of the jet, and like the entirety of the middle section is all the same. It's just the heels and the wings that are different. Everything else is essentially the same. And they did a really good job just remolding the Seeker mold to make the cone heads. I do not have Ramjet or Dirge, or sorry, I do not have Thrust and Dirge. Because thrust is impossible to find and is extremely expensive. And you can only get dirt in a 2-pack with the regular Ramjet. And I'm sorry, I'm not paying $110, damn it. Sorry, I saw the 2-pack. I looked at it. I was like, ooh, both of these guys. I like these guys. Then I saw the price of $110. I'm like, oh, not that much. Why did I bring off Ramjet? Starscream. I think Starscream's narcissism got into my head. Here we have him with, I think this guy's name is Trigger Happy. Just as like a previous representation of a kind of like a sci-fi jet. So yeah, you can just kind of see. Bigger, tinier. Actually, it's weird going back to like Titan's Return toys because the plastic feels not bad. It just feels different towards these guys. Again though, like the plastic quality here, it's good plastic. Do not get me wrong. It just doesn't feel as good as these guys. And for our final bit, here he is with another space jet. Good old Armada. Again, fan mode or fan name for this character only because that is all he is worth to me now. Yeah. I still haven't actually probably could just tighten. I haven't tightened anything up yet, so he's still loosey-goosey as all get out. So I probably won't, unfortunately, but I keep him in jet mode, and I just kind of call him Armada. And that's about it. So you can just kind of see the differences here. This guy's mainly back heavy. This guy is front heavy. But yeah, so that is it for Ramjet. And actually, sorry, I forgot to... For some reason, like the G2 characters, he has his name tattooed right here on the cockpit. Because why the hell not? And actually, quite honestly, it saved my ass a couple of times during this review. Because I forgot his name a couple of times, actually. But yeah, so that is it for Ramjet. I hope you have all enjoyed. I'm sorry it's such a short episode. But I hope you enjoy, and I know I didn't really go into like the story as much in this episode, mainly because I didn't want to just continuously fan mode, like have a fan fiction plan for you guys. But I mean, hell, I may do a video one day where it's like literally just a fanfic. That's a joke, by the way. I won't ever do that. Unless it's a fan film, and then maybe we'll see. But again, I hope you all have all enjoyed. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good day, night, whenever. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!